Welcome to your physics class of class 6th. I hope you all will be fine. Students, in my previous video, I explained to you factors affecting the force of friction and also kinds of friction. Now, in this video, I will explain you disadvantages of friction and also ways of reducing friction. So, let's begin our class. Disadvantages of friction. First is friction opposes the motion of a body, so it decreases the efficiency. Means friction opposes the motion of the body because friction acts in the opposite direction of the motion of the body. Therefore, it opposes the motion of the body, so it decreases the efficiency. That is, more force is needed to move a body. Second, friction causes wear and tear in moving parts. Due to friction, the moving parts of a machine gets wear. Okay, it gets damaged. Third, friction produces heat. Friction produces heat. Now, ways of reducing friction. Sometimes it is required to reduce friction. Friction can be reduced by the following ways. First one is by making the surfaces smooth. This I already explained you that the smoothness of a surface, friction depends on the smoothness of a surface. So, by making the surfaces smooth, we can reduce friction. The surfaces are made smooth by polishing them. We can make the surfaces smooth by polishing them. This is also achieved by rubbing the surfaces with sandpaper and emery powder. Roads are cemented to make them smooth. We can make the surfaces smooth with the use of sandpaper and emery powder, and roads are made smooth by cementing them. Second, by the use of lubricants. Friction in machines is reduced by lubrication, means we can reduce friction by lubricating the machine. Oil and grease are the commonly used lubricants, and the commonly used lubricants are oil and grease. Means with the help of oil and grease we can lubricate the machine. Oil and grease is applied between the moving parts of the machine. Oil and grease are applied in between the moving parts of the machine. Okay, this fills the fine pores or depressions in the surfaces and thus reduces friction. And because of lubrication, lubricants fill the depressions and the pores in the surface and thus reduce the friction, because there will be no blockage and when the surface is smooth, and therefore the friction reduces. Sometimes we use solid lubricants in the form of powders. We spread the fine powder on the carom board to reduce friction between the coins and the board. Means when we play carom board, we just spread fine powder on the carom board because so that the fine pores of that carom board gets filled with the help of the powder, and our coins on the board moves easily. Okay, thereby reducing friction. Means this powder helps to reduce friction. Now third is by the use of ball bearings. Rolling friction is much less than the sliding friction. This I already explained you that rolling friction is less than sliding friction. Therefore, in place of wheels and axles, we use ball bearings to reduce friction. Means ball bearings are used in various machines to reduce friction. As in your bicycle, I already explained to you. Now, by streamlining. Like solids and liquids, gases also, like solids, the liquid and gases also offer friction to the bodies moving through them. As solids offer friction, same way liquids and gases also offer friction to the bodies moving through them. Gases offer less friction than liquids. Okay, gases offer less friction than as compared to liquids, while liquids offer less friction as compared to solid. Means solids offer more friction as compared to liquid, and liquid offer more friction as compared to gases. The motion of a boat is slowed down by water. Same way, the motion of an aeroplane is slowed down by air. The friction experienced by a body moving in a liquid or gas can be reduced by giving a special shape to the body. Means we can reduce the friction on the body moving through air, in air or liquid. We can reduce the friction on them by giving the bodies a special shape, and that shape is known as streamline shape. For this, the front portion of the body is made sharp और pointed as compared to its rear portion. मीन्स पीछे के पोर्शन के कंपैरिजन में आगे का जो पोर्शन होता है उसको पॉइंटेड फॉर्म का बनाते हैं. जैसे आप देख सकते हैं यहाँ पर इस फिगर में, इन दिस फिगर एरोप्लेन, दिस इज पॉइंटेड from the this side and as compared to the back portion. Same way, the boat, the shape of the boat is also like this, that it is pointed from here as compared to here to its rear portion. Front portion is pointed and rear portion is broad. So this type of shape is known as streamlined shape. You can see here fish also, the same shape is of fish and also of bird. Okay, because this shape helps them to overcome friction. Okay, for this the front portion of the body is made sharp or pointed as compared to the rear portion. You can see in the picture that sharp, this front end is sharp and as compared to the rear portion. And this process of giving shape to with pointed ends is called streamlining. Okay, this type of shape is known as streamline shape, and the process of giving shape with pointed ends is called streamlining. If two arrows with one with a pointed or sharp tip and other with a flat or blunt tip are thrown into the air, means if we throw two arrows, one with the pointed tip and other with the flat tip, okay, we will find that the arrow with sharp tip covers large distance. Means this arrow with the sharp tip covers large distance as compared to the arrow with a flat or blunt tip. Okay. The reason is that the sharp arrow experiences less friction in the air than the blunt one, and this is because the sharp arrow experiences less friction as compared to the blunt arrow. While driving, a swimmer lets his hand enter in the water first. While diving, a swimmer lets his hands enter the water first, followed by his head and body, so as to reduce the friction between himself and water. You all must have seen that while diving, a swimmer always enter his hands first in the water, then his body enters the water. This is because to reduce friction. This is to reduce friction between himself and water. The shape of a boat, car, aeroplane, train, etc. is designed to be streamlined. Okay, as I already told you that these shapes are known as streamlined shape, which is pointed at the ends and narrow at the and broad at the middle. Okay, so this type of shape is known as streamlined shape. In nature, the shape of fish and bird is streamlined so that they can easily move in water or air. Okay. So for bodies that moves in water or air, we can reduce friction by making them streamlined. Means making their shape a streamlined shape, which means that their bodies are pointed at the ends and broad at the middle. Okay. So these are the ways to reduce friction. Okay. Now what you have to do, you have to read this lesson up to here, and further explanation I will give you in the next video. Thank you.